Yes, thank you very much for inviting me to this talk. What I'd like to do in the next 40 minutes or so is introduce a centre that has recently set up shop at University College London, also in association with the Universities of Liverpool, Leeds and Oxford, which seeks to broaden our understanding of the data economy in general and various aspects of big data in particular. And that share of data really comes from commercial sources. And so the departure point for what we're going to talk about here is that of course, more data are collected about us than at any point in human history, but also an increasing real share of those data are collected within the private sector. And so we're going to talk about consumer data as a source of information for understanding urban and social systems. However, to preface my remarks, I think it's important from the outset, in the context of the debate about big data, to think of this not as these not as well-found data akin to social survey research, the sorts of data sources that have characterised generations of social science investigations, but rather as a kind of byproduct, and a term that's achieving some currency in the UK at the moment is thinking of many big data sources as data exhaust, as the byproduct of consumer transactions, be those transactions with social media companies or be they transactions with retailers on the internet or whatever. And as was mentioned in the panel discussion prior to this talk, there are concerns that there's a herd instinct, for example, in everyone investigating social media data just because they're new, just because they're different, without actually thinking about the provenance of those data sources and the way that they actually can be turned into information, fermented into evidence and knowledge, higher-end data products to actually improve decision-making. And so this is to say that such data sources are not really tantamount to what we conventionally think of as data infrastructure and what I would